It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in the Wild Card game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. To throw, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Johnson to return it. And he'll be out right at the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially. He tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
How about that?
I figured.
Drive decision. You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range.
Yeah, anything past the 50 and less than 2 you can go for.
I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now Wilson on first down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no let it rip.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. And this one is right through. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Throwing, Bridgewater. He completes this to Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
We said it before the game. I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sutton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll get this off to Swift. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returning it, here's Hamler. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting up 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Bridgewater now from the 50. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson. He'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in this wild card game. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Davidson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson uncorks one for Davis. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it. He's connection there for the touchdown.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce. So we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater, he's got his big tight end, Fant. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Davidson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, Wilson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to them.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Sutton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. To throw is Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Play action now. Bridgewater. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go play action with Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Johnson running right. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's got this down to the 35. And a goal is a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now a give right side Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. To throw is Wilson. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, but their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5. Play fake. Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Fant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6. Now Wilson. That's to the tight end Davidson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Wilson. He'll get this off to Swift. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good. And now it's a two-score game at 9-16. And that one makes this a two-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them because that might very well be all the points they need.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Bridgewater to throw. Able to get this to Patrick. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. Finding Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pick up there.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Now Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 33 yards that time. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build-up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.